Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining today. Welcome to today's Dufuna Talk session. It's our pleasure to have everyone here join. Thank you very much. My name is Tolu Alope, and I'll be your host for this session. If you are a regular here, well, looking through the list, I find that um, quite a number of us are not actually regulars. We're really happy to have you join. If you're a regular, thank you for joining again. I'm quite certain that you found value in these sessions, and that's why you're always tuning in. But if this is your first time, whether as a Dufuna scholar or an alumnus, or someone simply invited you or you saw the fly online, we're absolutely delighted to have you. Dufuna Talks, just as a form of intro, Dufuna Talks is a tech talk session that we hold every Friday, bar public holidays. It's one of Dufuna community programs where we focus on relevant tech topics that can benefit anyone who loves tech, whether you're a regular techie or an enthusiast. Our sessions are designed to offer value. So today, we're bringing one of our alumnus to share our story. And Ndane finished a Dufana program in 2018. I think I'm correct. And today she's a data scientist in France. And let me first say that everyone's career story is special because of the unique experiences that we've all had in pursuing our dreams. But one of the things that stands out about Dani's story is that she rose from a non-technical background. So if you're here, wondering how to venture into tech or build a successful career without a technical background, I believe she's here to tell us it's possible. So without further ado, um, I'll be handing over right away to Ndane, so that she can kick it off. So, hi Ndane, thank you for accepting our invite and for joining us today. You have the floor.
Um, Thank you so much, Tolu. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So I went through the list, and funny enough, almost everyone on the call, apart from like two persons, are my friends. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I wish I can call down your names, but thank you so much for supporting me this way. Thank you lot, for joining to hear me, to cheer me on. Thank you so much. Okay, so it's no coincidence that I'm here. I'm joining this call from the UK with Lara. Lara is also a different scholar. And it's no coincidence that I'm here, like spending time with the family that Dufuna gave me. Dufuna is so special to my heart. And yes, I'll be sharing my story as I run down the line. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to stop me and I'll be happy to like to address it. So yes, how did Dufuna paved the way for my career is our session. So about me, first of all, my name is Ndane Ndazhaga and I'm a graduate of chemistry education. Yes, I'm supposed to be a teacher. Yeah, education. I'm supposed to be a chemistry teacher in the classroom. But presently, I'm studying for a master's in artificial intelligence and data science for business in France. And yeah, and it's when I made that switch, it was thanks to the Dufuna. And at the time when I was done with my first degree, I knew I didn't want to be a teacher. I hated teaching. I hate everything teaching. So at that point in my life, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I was 7. So we'll start from the beginning. But this picture was taken in 2018 at the FUNAFEM hackathon. And I think there's a hackathon coming up. So scholars, if you're on this call, raise up. Yes, that hackathon changed my life, like literally changed my life. So it was during my service year, 2018 at Ibadan. So I came across a flyer on Instagram, just a flyer at my CDS group, IT CDS, and they're like, they are training ladies free of charge. I didn't understand. I didn't know what I was getting into. Well, I just went. Yeah, I just went to it, and today here I am, and everything I am in tech, everything, my ethics, everything. It's just thanks to the Funa family. There's this like everything I do just thanks to Dufuna, and I'm really happy. So yes, this was at the end of the program. We had taken a 3 months course, very intense, and I awarded my certificate, and I knew from that day that that was the beginning of something new in my life. And I'm proud to say that this is one of my most proudest moments. Yes, because I knew that was the beginning of something. So, in fact, it's my proudest moment at that time. Not going to school. I have so many achievements, but whenever I look back, and I'll still remember the date. I think it's December 2018, 15th, something like that. 14th December. Yes, in Lagos when we had the hackathon. And I just knew up to today, I still look back at that day and I'm grateful for the opportunity. So, what are the things that Dufuna taught me and the things that Dufuna will be teaching you? Yes. So, you learn skills. You learn skills. We had taxes to do. We had to learn HTML, CSS, those fundamentals of web design, and it was really intense. And so I that's one thing you learn. So apart from you just coming, yes, I believe that by the time you joined, there were things that they told you different. I'll be teaching you, and honestly, it's worth your time, it's worth your energy, it's worth your commitment, it's worth everything that you're going to be learning. So we had tasks, we had meetups, we had notes to study, and it built the skills in you. At the end of the day, we're able to we had projects that we had to do, and we had a hackathon to build something within 6 hours. I think your own hackathon is running for days. At that time, our hackathon was to build something within like 6 hours. Where to build a functional website, front end, back end, including the mockup, and we delivered it. I can remember at that hackathon, they might think in second, and we had like 30K, 30K, which was at us the Christmas time. So that money actually came in handy. So this was this comment I got from my mentor, Kenny. I was with Kenny in London 2 days ago. I went to see Kenny. Kenny has been instrumental, and I'm really happy for the relationship that I got with Kenny because she was my mentor. This was my final project, and I struggled to finish my final project. I could remember. But when I was doing it, PHP, everything it was not just making sense at that time. So when I was able to do it, I had bugs and all, and finally my project worked. I was to develop a menu order system so that you can order for food if you want, and then notify the owner, like something like that. So I delivered it. I was able to deliver it before the deadline. And my mentor just told me, "Well done, Daniel. I'm super proud of you." Oh my God. I can remember I danced. No, just this comment alone just gave me the confidence I needed. I knew that I felt confident of myself that yes, this is something that I could do. This is something that I wanted to do. And then she just told me that okay, I should just make one or few things, few changes. And just for the fact that she told me that I'm super proud of you, that just made me know that it gave me the confidence I needed to consider a career in tech because I knew that yes, I can do this. So one thing you'll be taking away from Dufuna is skills. You will learn the skills. You will learn. And it's normally intense. Don't worry, just go through it. Try to do your tasks, try to meet up, go because we had meetups so that we're going. I think now everything is online. So you have your classes online and all. But that time we had like bi-weekly meetups. So we were meeting twice a week. And then we had tasks and we had notes and you just had to do, but it was really intense. Well, it's worth it. Then another thing that Dufuna gave me was friendship. I'm with Lara.
Hi, Ndane. Sorry to cut you short, but I don't think the slides are moving anymore.
Okay. Yes. Let me check. Is it fine?
Yes, it is now.
Okay,
We
thank
just
you. Okay. Did you see the preceding slide?
I don't know about others, but I didn't see from there.
Yeah, it's here. Okay, so this was the comment that my mentor gave me. I have talked through this about it. I apologize. So the next slide is yes. People say networking. I don't subscribe to networking. I don't like to use that term, networking. I believe in friendships and community. Most of my core friendships these days that I have these days, I have the friends I got from Dufuna. I have numerous supports. I'm with Lara, and if not that we had a good relationship, I wouldn't be here. I think Temilade is on the call. We met at Dufuna, and we are friends. So you need people that you need to grow up with. You need people to grow. People say networking, networking. I feel that that word is being abused. Is manipulation. You're just trying to meet people based on what you can get from them, and it's it's unfair because nobody wants to be used. Nobody wants a taker. We need people that are genuinely interested in us and people we are genuinely interested in. So you need people that you can grow up with, people that you're at the same level with. We have people asking for mentorship. Yes, please, can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? Mentorship has its place, which I'll also be talking more about my mentorship with, like my mentorship relationship with Kenny. But mentorship has its place, but there's nothing that is as powerful as having people you can grow up with. People say grow up with people that are great. What if the people that you're with are not great? I was not the best in my class. I struggled to do my tasks. But so what people do is when they go into the room, they'll be like, look for the smartest person in the room and then make that person your friend. What if the person that is where he is today, like what if the person that will help you tomorrow is not the smartest person in the room? What will happen? So you need people that you can grow up with. You need people that you're at the same level with. You need people that you need what want the same thing as you. Because at that time when I joined Dufuna, my friends at that time from university, from secondary school, didn't understand what it meant to do tech. So it was as if I was talking in the, I don't know, it was not making sense to them. So I had to form friendship with the people that I was at the same level with. We review our applications together. It was so funny because we have one job and all of us will apply for that same job. And we'll be forcing ourselves that, have you sent your application? Yes, I've sent the application. These people did not invite me for interview. There was a time we went for interview, 3 of us from Dufuna. We appeared for that interview and we are rooting for each other. I want you to get it too. And at the end of the day, we're like, do you know yourself? Be like, yes. So you have to pick one person. And you need people that will genuinely support you that way. So it's not just about being networking. I don't subscribe to that. I hate that word networking. Make friends, meet people. You meet people that you like review your applications when you have something, applying for something. Can you help me check it? I'm applying for my SOP, maybe scholarship or something. I need to help me to review it. You can send it to someone, and it's your friend that will help you to review it. So you need people that will share opportunities with you, send you money, sponsor your lifestyle. The last time I was in Nigeria, really, I don't know where he's here. Where he took me out, she sponsored me. Like, you need people, you need friends. Like, and that's one thing that Dufuna gave me. You need a community. You have with Dufuna, you have a community, you have friendship. You need to share your code with your teammates. I may not be working in the same office with my friends, but when they have a problem, they reach out to me. Hey, I'm having this problem at work. Can you help me to review it? And we sit down and check it together. So most times what works is you need people at the same level with you. So this picture that I have is a picture of Lara. I don't know, I'm always talking about Lara. I was working in Lagos at that time, and then they needed a recommendation for someone to work at Eden Life. And Lara tagged me on this thing. She dragged me and made sure I applied for that job, and I got that job. Yes, I worked at Eden Life before I left. And when you need opportunities, when you do networking, most times, if I see something that is good, I won't go and recommend someone that is not my friend. The first person that comes to your mind is, my friend needs this, and you'll be happy to send this job offer to your friend. You won't think of someone that just met you for networking sake. So please and please, your teammates, people that you're in the same scholar group with, they are the people that you need. Hold their hands, reach out to them, ask them, how is your tax going? Do you need anything? Don't wait for who is the person that is excelling in his tax. No, don't look for the smartest person. The person that if you are able to connect with, if you are able to vibe with, that's just what you need. And then you go. There are times that my Dufuna friends, they'll just text me, I need you to do something. I don't even used to wait for them to say yes or no. Don't worry, I've added you to the list. I know you will do it. And they tell me that same thing to Danny, I need something from you. As I'm giving excuse, they'll be like, don't worry, I know you'll do it. And you don't need people that you take permission with. You need people that you can just reach out to at any time so that you can grow together with them. So if you're in the same group, your scholars, like, reach out to them, send them a Slack message, tell them how you're doing, how is your tax going, I have this challenge. Most times, if you reach out to your mentors will be busy and may not have the time to help you to review your code. But the people that are available with you at this journey are your fellow scholars. Reach out to them, send them a message, ask them that, okay, I'm having this problem, can you help me to review it? They are having this problem. Okay, what problem are you having? I can help you to review it. Help each other to move to the next level, help each other to accomplish your tasks. And don't do it because of what you can get tomorrow. Do it because you genuinely care for people. Like I said, don't network, make friendships. You need a community, and Dufuna gives you that community. And the extra packages that I have mentorship. If I need anything, I still reach out to my Dufuna mentor. So at that time, at the hackathon in Lagos, Kenny told me, I can remember I was leaving the hackathon venue that time. Kenny told me that this is just the beginning. There are countless opportunities out there. And I've been unlocking these opportunities on a regular, and I'll still continue to unlock them. I was with Kenny. I think yesterday I left Kenny's place. So I went to her place. I went to say hi to her. And at any point in time, and I still asked her, okay, I'll soon be done with school. What next can I do? And then she was able to tell me something. And it's more natural because she's like a woman like me, and I'm able to like tell her, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is my fears. And yes, if I need anything like this, like I can just reach out to her, okay, can you I don't know what to do. And she advises me, she's there for me, and I get encouragement, okay, I'm feeling down, I don't know what to do. And she's there. And that's the thing, like Dufuna gave me mentorship, and I'm super excited about that. I can remember Jibril was also a mentor. Jibril told me that I should keep looking for opportunities till I say no. And that's one thing, like you get people will just give you something. So now if I'm looking for opportunity, I'll keep sending you an email and keep calling you until you tell me sorry, we are not going ahead. But so far as you've not gotten a response, I'll keep asking you. And where I got that hustle spirit from was from Jubril. And even to tell you that yes, we are trying to what Dufuna is trying to do is they're trying to put you the hustle spirit, like learn to go out for opportunities that you want. Then learn to make things happen for yourself as well. And then you also get access to opportunities. At the time we're finishing our training at that time, we got job placements. A number of us got job placements. We're having recommendations. I went for interviews I never applied for. And the first job I got outside Dufuna was Daraja. It was a data science opportunity. So Dufuna trained me in web, and they also gave me data science opportunity too. I got it from Dufuna, like, so we have access to opportunities, countless number of opportunities. And another thing is you have ongoing support. So that's Took's there. Took still sends a message. Daniel, how are you doing? How is it going? And I'll tell him, okay, oh, I'm looking for work. Oh, this is it. Oh, I'm in school now. Oh. And you just get, if you're applying for something, you need recommendations, you can always reach out to them and be like, okay, I'm applying for scholarship. Can you write me a recommendation? And they'll be happy to do that for you. And one thing is Dufuna is family, and I'm really happy to have found a family in Dufuna. So you keep going ongoing support, even years after your program, you can still reach out to them, reach out to anyone and be like, okay, I'm having this problem, anything at all. And then they're always happy for you, always there for you. So some of the challenges that I had when I was going, yes, it wasn't that easy. I struggled to complete my tasks. Yes, I didn't have a technical background in
Sorry,
in
and then
computer
the
science.
screen is frozen again.
Okay. Yes, it has come up. So some of the challenges I had was I struggled to complete my tasks. I was not the best in my sets because of my non-technical background. I was literally struggling to do CSS. Oh my God, I still hate CSS. I'm not saying find your strengths. I'm just saying the challenges I had. I struggled to have CSS Git, although I can use Git now. But I struggled to understand what it means to push, to pull. At the end of the day, it was Mary that had to go and drag. Mary sat me down and told me, I don't want to ever hear that you have problem with it. I wrote down the commands. I had problem with it. It was really, really a huge knowledge gap. It was a challenge for me. But I kept pushing, even after the camp, we're taking courses online and all to try to understand. And then there were power issues. So if you're in Nigeria, understand the problem of power. Whatever challenge you're having, don't allow it to deter you. I was keeping out late nights. I remember in Ibadan that time, they won't bring lights except in the night. So I wake up in the night to work from 1 to 4, and I'll have to close it, and I have to still go out for my other day's activities. And then apart from that, I was going to my friend's house to go and work, and it was really a difficult time for me at that time. So there was problem of power and all, but you still have to make something work for you. The challenges are there, but they are there to strengthen you. How do you navigate these challenges when you have them? And then another thing is your problem of data. Data was expensive. So we had to speak out. And that's one thing Dufuna also taught me. When you have any challenge, speak out. Don't suffer in silence. And the funny thing is, you think you're the one that has that problem. You know that every other person has the same problem with you. So I think our Nigerian culture has always taught us that no, you should not speak out. They see asking for help as a sign of weakness, but it's not a sign of weakness. So at that time, we had the problem with data. We told them we cannot finish our tasks because we're having data issue. And Dufuna provided for us 5,000 naira every month. No, was it every month? When you finish your tax, they will give you 5K for you to be able to do your tax. So, and at that time, when we started the training, it was not there, but it was something that they had to put in place because we spoke up. We're like, okay, these are the problems we are having. So always speak up when you have your challenges. If you have any problem, okay, I need that data, I'm not able to complete my tax, at least that one they can. But if you say you have power issues, there's some people that were going to the office then at Ibadan to try to do their tax and all. So it was not just all rosy, and it was not that easy. It was something that it was really a huge challenge for me. And I'm happy I didn't allow it to stop me. So if you're having any problem at all, just know that you're not alone, but don't just allow these problems to deter you. I know that probably film may be expensive. Just try to find something. If it means you waking up in the night to have to do your tax, do it. Like it's worth the sacrifice at the end of the day because it will show. So, um, what's the way forward? It's important for you to have a picture of what you want. So I said that the hackathon, it changed. I knew that this was what I wanted to do at the hackathon because I was not sure if I wanted to go into tech, even throughout the boot camp. But the hackathon, not the carnival of people that came for that hackathon, and I knew that they were Toks friends. It really changed my life. Can see Moi was working with Twitter in London, but she's now working with Google. And Lola works with Union Bank. I follow on Instagram. So I can't remember their names, but when I saw the people that they brought for the hackathon, I knew that this was the kind of life I wanted for myself. I saw them, they're living soft life. Before that time, they'll give us free food. We'll come for meetup. We'll have breakfast and lunch. And I was like, it means there's one in this place. I want it. So you see, people are friendly. People are loving. Like people, okay. What kind of life? Have a vision for yourself. What kind of life do you want? For me, I saw the kind of life I wanted in the type of people that came for the meetup, for the hackathon, sorry. So I thought like, okay, this life that these people have, this source life that they are living is something that I want for myself. And I have the picture because like they came and they were like, I was hearing convo like, when did you come to Nigeria? Oh, And they're like, oh, I just came in. I'm like, so these people just come in and by the grace of God, that's my reality now. Like, it's so easy for me to be able to like to move around but it was a picture that I had for myself and I saw it in these people. These people are living the type of life I want. So ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live? Where do I see myself tomorrow? What kind of life do I want to afford for myself? And just have that picture of vision in your mind and run with it. I think the Bible says, I have a vision, write it plain so that you can run with it. So when you have that vision in your mind, it will be able to, no matter the challenges that you're facing, you know that at the end of the day, everything is going to pay off. And lastly, God is capable of bringing in the right opportunities and the right relationships to you. People say when you go into a room, it's the smartest person in the room and make friends with the person. But number one, that is manipulation. You don't know who is who. Like I said, I was not the smartest person in my class. And I'd ordinarily, if someone had just judged me, they'd be like, but you don't know who is who. But with the help of God, God will be able to connect you with the right opportunities. Make friends with this person, don't make friends with this person. And at the end of the day, you see yourself like walking in the will of God that God has for you. You're able to meet and he's the only one that can bring in the right opportunities for you, the right relationships to you. Yes, I have a Dufuna family. We talk, but most times it's not everyone that was in my cohort that are my friends. But it doesn't mean we don't talk. If I need anything, I can reach out to them and ask them for things. But those that are my friends that I can call and laugh with and talk with. Yes. So you cannot sit down and be like, okay, I want this person to my friend. No, I don't want this person to my friend. This person looks like he's the most likely to succeed. Let me go and meet this person to my friend. No, it doesn't work that way. But with the help of God, you're able to just meet people in the long run, the relationship will end up favoring you. So, but like I said, don't make friends with people because of what you can get from them tomorrow. Genuinely care for people. And it's only God that can make things fall in place for you. And there's this quote from Tokes, which I'm putting it out here. He was like, go out and create the opportunities you want for yourself. At that time, you were
It's
posting
frozen again. Ndane, sorry.
Yeah, it's back. Okay. So he told us to go out and create the opportunities you want for yourself. So at that time, they were posting job offers for us. And because at a hackathon, they promised us like, oh, we'll give you a job and all, and the jobs are not forthcoming. So at the end of the day, we're kind of frustrated. We're like, you guys say give us job, blah, 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 and took us to us that we can only do the best we can and we are trying. But we want you yourself to go out, create the opportunities that you want. What is that job you want for yourself? Go and apply for it. What is that thing that you want? Go and take it by the neck. Because it's your life. At the end of the day, people can just be there to support you and to guide you, but you're the one that will take the decisions. So go out there, create opportunities that you want for yourself, make things happen for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your life that you're living. So we just need people at the end of it that will just support us. And I think that is all. Any questions? So while the questions are coming, I think I wrote about my Dufuna experience in 2019, and I'll share it on the chat so you can also catch it up on Medium. So everyone, I just saw my dad on the call. Hello, Daddy. My dad is on the call. Hello, Daddy. Okay. Any questions, please?
Okay, thank you very much, Ndane. Do we have any questions? If you can't unmute and ask the question, you can just type it and leave it in the comment section too. Okay. Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
So my question is this, and it's specifically for someone who doesn't have a technical background, basically. There's a lot of talk everywhere regarding different branches in tech that one can venture into. So what would you advise someone who has a non-technical background and is desires to have desires to venture into tech, but doesn't know exactly what to do or what to venture into or what path to pick? What would you say? How would you advise the person? That's my question.
Okay, thank you, Tolu, for the question. So normally what I do is what people don't want to do is people don't want to go and make research by themselves. Go out there and check. Okay, there are different careers in tech. You want to be a front end developer, back end developer. You go online, you check, and then you try to see if this aligns with whatever you want to do. It's okay to ask questions from mentors, okay to meet people that are doing it and be like, okay, this is what I've chosen for myself, and can you guide me in it? But what people do is they don't want to go and sit down and think. They want people to think for them. So you can go online and check. There's different careers, and that's where, like, okay, having a vision for yourself. Sometimes people don't know what they want to do, but if they see someone like that is a data scientist or that is a software engineer, and then they like the life that person live, and then they be like, okay, this is what I want to do. That one is also another part. But most times you need to go online and check, okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, what are the careers in tech? And then what are the skill sets that are required for me to go into? What do I feel comfortable doing? Some people say if you like to draw, if you're a creative person, you go into UI UX, you go into front end and back end. On front end, and then you don't do the back end person. I'm not really good with front end because I don't really know how to draw, and I'm not really good with colors. So, but for someone that is good with colors, the person can go into UI UX and front end development. But that is also another metric. At the end of the day, is the person that will decide. And it's okay for you to try so many things and see if it's not working for you. Because people are pressured, and then they just want to, like, how will I say? They just want to rush over some of these processes. It's actually a process. It's okay for you to try something, and if it's not working for you, just leave it and then try something else and see it to work for you. Because I did front end develop. I did front end. The Dufuna program gave us front end, UI UX, and back end. And I knew that I didn't want to do front end. I just knew that I tried CSS and I didn't like it. I knew that front end was not going to be for me. So if it's okay for you to try so many things and if it's not working for you, you can leave it and try something else. But what you need to do is you just need to go online and check for the opportunities that are available and check for the careers that are available for you and see if it's something that you want to do for yourself and then go for it. And you can reach out to people in the industry, probably your mentors or someone that is big in the industry and tell the person, I have chosen this career path for myself. Can you guide me on how best to go about it? Tuli, I don't know if the question is clear.
Yes, it is very clear. Thank you very much for answering that very concisely. So, I think one thing that stands out to me in what you said is it's okay to try several things. If it's not working for you, you can drop it and pick another. And so this is for anyone that is on the call that is looking to launch into tech. You can, and if you're not certain what to do, you can always reach out to us, info@dufuna.org, or send a message on social media. We'll have one of our mentors speak to you to counsel and help point you in the right direction. Okay, so there's another question here. Precious Anthony is asking that what should one do if he or she feels the tech industry is saturated?
Okay, so I know that the way on social media they like to make it look like the tech industry is saturated, but it's not. The thing is, tech. There are a lot of people that are starting because I felt that way too when I started. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of beginners, and we don't have a lot of experts. So that's the thing. So the beginners level is there are a lot of people that are wanting to start a career in tech, but how many people actually grow into that career? There will always be a need for. We always need skills, but what happens is because there are a lot of people that are, so there are a lot of people that are starting and then there are not a number of entry jobs available. And most times people try to create this illusion that yes, there is money in tech and yes, the money is there, but when you start, you cannot just start tech today and then after a 3 months course, you expect to start earning much money. It doesn't make sense. So when people start, they have these unrealistic expectations that when I start tech, I can code, and then the next thing is I start making money. It doesn't work that way. It's a journey, and people are not really ready to sit and go through that journey for themselves. And going for entry level jobs, most times it means taking up jobs, unpaid jobs, jobs that they will pay you less, jobs that salaries will be coming in late, just because you want the experience. Because at that point in time, you don't have that experience. And the truth is, most times organizations are not willing to train people, and they always need what is in demand is they need more people, more experienced developers, more senior developers, and senior developers are not available. But in all honesty, the entry level, there are a lot of people that are wanting to start, there are a lot of enthusiasts in tech. So is you just have to start. I think when we went for the hackathon, Moyi told us that when she was in OAU that time, she took unpaid internship. They didn't pay her anything. And she went through it. When I started my first few jobs, salaries were coming in late. And I was not even earning as in at that much. But it was a sacrifice or something that I knew that I wanted to do. And I knew that the sacrifice would pay off. So at that entry level, when you're just starting, yes, getting a job is there are no much entry level jobs, like I said, and a lot of people that are enthusiasts. Everybody's enthusiast. Everybody wants to learn, but you just have to make the sacrifice. Most times, you have to write to these offices. Please, I want to come and intern at your organization, even if you won't pay me anything. Let me just be coming. I just want to learn. And at the end of the day, you add it to your CV. It counts as your experience. So the tech industry is not saturated. If you're here and you feel like it's saturated, the only thing is there are not much entry level jobs, and you have to go out there and create opportunities that you want for yourself. Reach out to organizations, tell them you want to work here, even if they won't pay you anything. There are a lot of tech companies in Lagos. I think there's someone in France. They are interning presently. They're interning with Cowrywise in Nigeria, but they are doing so. They said it's an unpaid internship. So because it's summer holiday and they don't want to be doing anything, they just wrote to Cowrywise and they're like, please, we would like to intern at your organization. But they're in France here, they're in Paris, and then they're working interning with Cowrywise. So it's at the end of the day, it's a trade-off. When you're starting, it's a trade-off. People will not be able to pay you money, and then you need the experience. So you just have to sacrifice your comfort, sacrifice the money that you think you will have for just the experience. Right, start to them. I just want to come and work at your organization, even if you won't pay me. I'm okay with it. And that way, when you grow, at the end of the day, when you have skills, organizations will be reaching out to you to ask you to come and work with them. So no, the tech industry is not saturated.
Okay, thank you very much, Ndane. That was well answered. Do we have any other questions? Okay. If if there are no other questions, I want to say a big thank you to you, and Danny. Thank you for accepting this invite and for taking your time to walk us through your journey. It was a real pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining in today. As Ndane has rightly said about Dufuna, so we are a tech organization, and she has spoken a bit about some of the tech tracks that you could venture into, basically. And here at Dufuna, we offer training in front end, full stack, product design, and product management. Okay, so there is a question here. Ogochukwu Jonathan. Okay, sorry. Is tech age constrained? Okay, I think it means to say, is there a limit to the particular age that one can get into tech? If you could just answer that, and then
Okay, thank you, Ogochukwu. So tech age is not constrained. The way I see tech age is very soon everyone will be required to have a technical skills, irrespective of whatever you do. You'll be required to have technical skills. But at this point in time, while it's still evolving gradually, so we need experts. So it's at your own advantage to be able to like run with the trend now and then be an expert. So by the time that everyone is now required to have this, it was at the time that computer started. When computer came, there were only very few people that knew how to use Microsoft Word and the rest of them. But now everyone is required to know Microsoft Word. Do you understand? So it's always an evolving career. There'll always be a new technology. And that's one thing I love with the tech industry is there's always something new to learn. You're always learning. So today this will come and then you pick up the skills. Tomorrow what you know is no longer relevant. And then you have to just drop whatever you can know how to do and then learn the latest technology. So the one thing I love with tech is there's always something new to learn. There's always something that is coming up. So the tech age is not constrained. In fact, tech is the future. And if in the next 5 to 10 years, the way I see it is everyone will be required to know how to code, at least know how to do a basic website. But it's to your own advantage to be able to run now so that you can be an expert at that time. So yeah, and I think there's also another question with Uzan. I hope I answered your question, please, Ogochukwu. If it's not clear, let me know. Then how did I transition from front end to what I'm doing now? So at Dufuna, I learned HTML, CSS, PHP back end. I learned how to build a full web application. So, but when I was doing it, I was doing it, there were some things that I felt that were good and were not good. And that was one thing like Dufuna did. We reached out to them, we reached out to our mentors. We're like, we cannot do all these things that you're telling us to do. And then what they told us is what we do is to just give you the basic. At the end of the day, pick what works for you and run with it. Because I can use UI UX, I can do mockup, I can do front end, I can design a basic web page for you with Bootstrap, I can do back end for you. Well, during the training, I discovered that I struggled with CSS, I struggled with JavaScript. So it's not as if I was still able to do my tasks, but I just saw that I was not really good in those areas. But I saw that with back end, it was something that I enjoyed doing. And if today I'll keep saying it, if I'm not doing data science, I will be a back end developer. I won't be a front end developer. So during the training, we're exposed to like just the basic of everything, but we're exposed to a wide variety of skills. And then at the end of the day, we're supposed to pick whatever we're supposed to do. So, but I just knew that front end was not my stack. So I didn't even focus on front end. I was more focused on PHP and my SQL. So at the end of the training, we're supposed to get jobs. I went for some interviews that I didn't apply to thanks to Dufuna. And we're still looking for jobs. The jobs are not forthcoming. And at that time, I knew I wanted to do tech, but I was not really sure like that. And then there was this opportunity that came, Daraja, someone from Google US wanted to train some girls in data science. I didn't know what was data science at that time. The same way I didn't know what was the Dufuna. It's when I start, then I'll now be like, okay. And that's something that my dad taught me, that when you see an opportunity, go for it. Don't think about it. Like grab it first, and then at the end of the day, you decide if it's something that you want to do for yourself. So they said they needed like 15 ladies to go and learn data science. I didn't know what was data science, but I just said, is it work? Since they are paying, there is shall work. I just embraced that opportunity at that time. And then that was when I started about data science. I learned about artificial intelligence. And I was like, self-driving cars. Okay, this seems like something that I want to do. And so that's how I picked interest into data science. And that was my first job that I did. And so we worked at Daraja. And from then, I just decided that I was going to keep building my skills up in data science and keep taking courses and keep going up like that. And that's what has gotten me to where I am today. So then I hope that that question is clear. If it's not clear, please let me know. Then Toby is asking that as a tech enthusiast, is it advisable to start learning multiple languages and that's the best one? I like, no, that is a whole no. At that time, we were learning everything. It was the same mistake that we did. We're learning everything. We're at Daraja and we're still taking courses on JavaScript. There will be an internship. We'll run, we'll go and sign up. Google is doing challenge. We'll run, we'll go and sign up. So that was what we're doing. And it was even affecting our productivity at work too. And Tokes came and he spoke to us. He told us he made that mistake. We shouldn't do it. And that's something I see a lot of people doing. Like, they want to learn everything. And Tokes told us that no, you shouldn't do it, that he knows the pressure of wanting to learn everything. And he advised us that you should just pick one thing that you like and build on it. It's better for you to be an expert in JavaScript and know it to the core than for you to know everything to be flat in everything. It's not advisable. So just pick one programming language, and if you see it's not working for you, just drop it and just pick the next one instead of doing everything. And that's when people are starting, they are doing, I'm a front-end developer, back-end developer, PHP. No. Nobody wants a jack of all trades. Just pick one and master on it. And that way you'll be able to grow with it. Toby, I hope that the question is clear. Then there's another question. Does Dufuna give internship or job opportunities? Toby, do you want to ask a question? Okay, thank you. Does Dufuna give internship or job opportunities?
I will answer that. You can go on to the next question.
Okay.
Ndane, I'll answer that.
Okay, thank you. Precious is asking that I can see that there's a current change with artificial intelligence. I believe it's the next big thing in the world of tech. How can one take advantage of AI now, considering it is possibly the future of tech? I'll advise everyone to know how to use AI. It's becoming a skill that everybody will know how to use at the end of the day. So learn how to use ChatGPT, learn how to send your prompts, embrace it. So it's because at the end of the day, it's not coming to replace your job. It's just trying to make you better at your job, because there will always be a need for a human being in your role. Whatever you're doing, there will always be a need for someone to cross-check whatever you're doing. And that is people that know the domain. So embrace AI. If you're doing front end, now there's ChatGPT. ChatGPT is AI. So you have to know how to use it. Like to help to make your job easy, because people don't want to, the way I see it is people don't want to use to spend time building. They just want to spend time solving problems. And it's important for you to learn business skills as well. Like, okay, how can I use my skills to be able to solve business problems? Because at the end of the day, if you're saying that you know JavaScript, React.js, tomorrow there's another new language that is coming up. There's another new stack that is coming up. So just try and embrace AI and use it to know that it's just helping you to be efficient at your role. It's not coming to replace you at your job. And then Coin is asking, how do I focus on learning to become the best and not be distracted by money buzz in the tech industry? That's another thing that Dufuna taught me. I learned how to be humble in Dufuna. I looked at that time when we were starting, there were a lot of buzz on Twitter, and it was like, if you're starting, if you're not talking about how much you're earning, if you're not talking about the number of opportunities you're having, you're not doing anything in tech. You're not a tech bro, you're not a tech sis. The pressure is there. But when I looked at my mentors they don't used to talk on social media. It's not that they're not there, they're on Twitter. Or you don't see them tweeting, you don't see them, but they're quietly making impacts. So I sat down and I looked at it and I was like, no, I would rather be a quiet person, someone that stays at the back and is steadily making impacts, than just be out there. But if that is what works for you, follow your personality. If you feel you're comfortable making noise online and all, please go for it. But if you know that that's not for you, please don't be pressured. Don't be pressured to go into it and then just be tweeting about how much you're making and all. And the thing is, once you learn, once you build on your skills and you develop on your skills, the money will always come. At the end of the day, you'll be the one turning down opportunities. You'll be like, sorry, I can't take this. This money is small, or it is way beyond. I'm better off not doing it. So, but people are not really ready to sit and dig their wells. They're not really ready to sit and learn and develop their skills. They just want to be making noise. Don't allow it to be distracted. Because at the end of the day, while people are making noise and you're building yourself, people will come to you. Opportunities will naturally gravitate towards you. And as I said, like God has is the one that can bring the right opportunities to you. So once you are good with whatever you're doing and then you pray, because if you are good with whatever you are doing, then when the right opportunities come and then you get hold of it, when you execute it well, another opportunity will always come. So focus on learning, don't be distracted. All these things, they are not important in my opinion. They're not important. It's not necessary. Just focus on your skills, focus on learning, because at the end of the day, once you know this, the opportunities will naturally gravitate towards you. Thank you, Coin.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ndane, for answering that. Okay, so this is to answer um Hosanna's question. Yes, Dufuna still does give internship and job opportunities to scholars after their programs. Yes, we still do that very much. In fact, it's one of the things that we build up scholars towards, to be able to it's like a process of training and then feeding, as it were, you with opportunities to practice the things that you have learned. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for joining today. I think that that's it for us. I don't think there's any more question, or there are any more questions. Okay, so in while Ndane was talking, she spoke about the hackathon. Yes, the final hackathon for the month of June will be starting next week. So if you are here and you are a scholar, please, I encourage that you register and you take advantage of this. So one of the things that we do is to give you a a practical oriented training approach, such that while you are training with us, you are still engaged in creating physical and relevant solutions, basically. And so one of the things that the hackathon does is give you an opportunity to work with others, collaborate with other scholars, and then create practical solutions. And now what we do is that the hackathon is divided into two. We have the designathon and then the hackathon in general. And the designathon is when product designers all work on creating the design, while the hackathon is where everyone works together to create a particular solution that we are talking about. So I am encouraging that everyone who is a scholar here, registers for this and take this opportunity to, add something to your portfolio too. Because at the very end of the day, eventually when you're applying for jobs and all that, you have to have something to offer. You have to have something to tender that, oh, these are the things that I have done. These are the things that I worked on, whether within a team or as an individual. So these are some of the things that you can add to your portfolio as things, as work done, basically. So that's that about that. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining today. It was wonderful having you all. I'm certain that you have learned a lot. And I want to say special thank you again to Ndane, because to be very honest, you really took your time to walk us through your journey, and I'm certain that we are all the better for it. Okay, so that will be all today. That brings us to the very end of today's Dufuna Talk session. Please join us next week. We'll be having another wonderful talk. Ads will start going out from Monday for Dufuna Talks from next week. So it's 4 p.m. Nigerian time, between 4 and 5 every Friday, except for public holidays. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye for now.